Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. Yeah. Insane. Absolutely insane. Such a damn shame.
You're watching Young Tripp Reactions, the show where rapper Young Tripp reacts to the latest videos on crime, drama, news, and so much more. Get ready, because the show's about to start. Let's go.
Bottoms up.
Peace. Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The next video we're gonna do is man is tased, then set on fire by a police officer by a gas pump. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Also, make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. We're on my professional Instagram because I post over there as well too. Make sure you come follow me over on both of those. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights, involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Let me know about the activists that are involved so I can join them in the fight for justice for you and your loved one. If it involves a loved one, you can come on and talk about your story if you want. If it involves a friend or a loved one, they can come on and tell their story as well too, regarding whatever the situation is. If they don't want to come on, if it does involve a friend or a relative and they don't want to come on and tell their story, they can write a statement, or you can come on and talk for them. If they're not in a situation at all where they can come on and speak due to maybe a tragic outcome with dealing with the police or whoever it was, like I said, again, you can come on and speak for them. And I can also pull the public information as well too. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram. And let's get into this.
A man gets tasered and set on fire because the officer decided to do it, well, at a gas pump. Here it is.
I'm asking for is your license right now to identify.
What am I being arrested for? You are not cooperating for having committed a misdemeanor? A misdemeanor. It's a $10.
Guy just got tased. Fire. Fire at the gas station.
Please, dude, I got burned. I know.
Oh, shit. It's on fire. You guys need to move back.
What a damn shame. Let's continue.
So we have the update.
Fire. You guys need to move back.
Where we have the update, we have the background. Put it up full mass.
Put it up full mass, Jordan.
Let me tell you what happened to a man who was set on fire after a wildfire officer tased him at a gas pump. I'm taking you to Arizona. An Arizona man caught on fire after being tased by a fish and wildlife officer as he was pumping gas last month. Now, you may be wondering, what is a fish cop?
Can this company use your house to trial their
Advertisement.
radically simple new window technology? They're looking for homeowners within valid states to test this innovative drone window service for no cost.
Can't skip it right now.
Technicians will take care of everything. Inspection, quote, all of it. You only need to be a U.S. resident, live in an eligible zip code, and have...
As he was pumping gas last month. Now, you may be wondering, what is a fish cop?
I'm even wondering that, and I've always wanted to do the job since birth. Or maybe I've heard of it under a different name, or maybe even other people have as well too. But let's continue.
Doing as he was pumping gas last month. Now, you may be wondering, what is a fish cop doing at the gas station, threatening to taser a person? Well, we have the background. Clarence Cole. Clarence Cole said he has suffered first and second degree burns and nerve damage to his hands. Here's the background. According to Cole, he and a friend went fishing. They went fishing at the Havasu National Wildlife Refuge on July 16th and arrived at an area known as Catfish Paradise when they were approached by a...
Oh, catfishing cops. Oh, okay. I thought that he was talking about a fish cop, like it was a certain type of name, like for cops or something, like a certain type of cop or a position that I never heard of or something. Okay, it's not nothing weird or nothing new or nothing. Okay, catfishing cops. Okay, that makes sense now. All right, let's continue.
United States at an area known as Catfish Paradise when they were approached by a United States Fish and Wildlife officer. He goes, quote, "You guys are trespassing. You need to leave now," end quote. I said, quote, "Okay, fine," end quote. And he got snotty.
They're trespassing at a gas station. How? How? Yep. It's one of those, a catfishing cop. Just trying to find something to complain about. Okay. You know, at first I was wondering, like when Rashad said that, I was wondering what the heck? But okay, now I totally get it. Let's continue.
All of a sudden, end quote. I said, quote, "Okay, fine," end quote. And he got snotty all of a sudden. And he goes, quote, "Well, I'll give you a ticket," end quote. And I said, quote, "Give me a ticket for trespassing," end quote. And I got in my truck, and because he said leave, So I got in my truck and left, end quote. Now, we've gone over trespassing cases in the past. We've even had comments and segments from judges who explained trespass to their courtroom and by proxy, the indisputable audience. In order to enforce a trespass, you must first have a trespass warning. That is typical. That is standard. After you have been warned that you are in violation of a trespass law, you then, if you do not make a reasonable opportunity for exit, you then can be held criminally or civilly liable.
Facts.
Encounter did not then can be held criminally or civilly liable. The encounter did not end with the man leaving. The encounter did not end there, according to Cole. He stopped at the fuel station.
Oh, he stopped at a gas station. So this was not at the gas station. He was somewhere else. And now he's going to the gas station. He stopped at a gas station. This encounter had somewhere else, and so somewhere else he was trespassing. Okay? And then he told him to leave. He got in his truck, fine, and left. He stopped at the gas station, and that's where we are now. Let's continue.
At an Indian resident leaving. The encounter did not end there, according to Cole.
As it should.
He stopped at the fuel station, leaving. The encounter did not end there, according to Cole. He stopped at the fuel station at an Indian reservation before heading home, where he says he encountered the same officer again. Quote, I come out with my 2 sodas in my hand and my wallet, and he's screaming at me, quote, give me your ID. Give me your ID, end quote. And I'm going, quote, no, what for? End quote. You know, there's no reason for me to give it unless you explain to me. Another quote Cole said, he started pumping gas when the confrontation occurred. Another quote, you're going to go to jail. All I'm asking for is your license right now to identify you. End quote, the officer shouts. Now, before I continue, watch us transform.
This is absolutely insane. So you told him to get out of somewhere. He left, went to a gas station, and you basically followed him there to continue the encounter and cause problems. Like I said, sometimes I just wonder to myself, dang, this is the job that I wanted to do. But then I have to remember there also are good cops out there as well too. Absolutely insane. Let's continue. Advertisement.
On this garage floor into a brand new flake floor in just one day. We grind the slab, repair the cracks.
Before I continue, all I'm asking for is your license right now to identify you. End quote, the officer shouts. Now, before I continue, it seems as if the fish cop is well outside of his jurisdiction at this point. But technically, he's not. I will explain that in a moment. But this is obviously abnormal. So the officer shouts, identify, so I can identify you. And then Cole says, what am I being arrested for? And then this is when the training or lack thereof of the fish cop starts to show. Quote, you are not cooperating for having committed a crime is why you're being arrested. The officer says back, quote, what? A misdemeanor, a-hole, it's a $10, and that's when the taser was deployed. He says before the crack of the officer's stun gun deploying cuts him off, the phone drops to the ground as the viewer sees flames erupt and the man's screams are heard. Quote, all I asked you was why I'm being arrested and why you wouldn't explain it to me, Cole is heard saying. So at this point, you have no attempt from the officer at de-escalation. As a matter of fact, Everything that we have on the record, it seems as if the officer engaged and promoted escalation.
Absolutely. That's exactly what he did. He escalated everything. No de-escalation at all. He left the place that you told him to leave. He went to a public gas station to get gas, and you followed him there, continued the encounter, and literally got him set on fire. That's insane. Let's continue. By tasing him.
Trespass can be an attempt from the officer at de-escalation. As a matter of fact, everything that we have on the record, it seems as if the officer engaged and promoted escalation. Trespass can be enforced only when a trespass has been warned. There was no warning of trespass. The trespass cannot be enforced. The man made a reasonable opportunity for exit, according to his side of the story. He is then caught up with at a gas station, which means he left the immediate proximity of the cop, once again reinforcing that there's no actual trespass happening. The cop then demands identification. Suspect, you have to assume you're a suspect at this point of something. Says, what am I being arrested for? Why do you need my ID? And then the cop decides to deploy the taser at a gas pump. Anyone who's trained on taser protocol, they are taught never to discharge at a gas pump. Do not discharge around active voltage. Do not discharge if the person has a pacemaker. There are rules and regulations to follow if you are taser certified.
Facts. And this guy is just so taser happy, and just didn't care about that. And I guess he must have just had a slow day and nothing was going on, and he just wanted to create something to be happening. Like I said, as a person who always wanted to do this job, I would never be that way. If there's nothing going on, great. That means everybody's behaving and doing what they're supposed to do. You know? But you got some people out here who just, they always want something to do, and that's terrible. Yeah. And now all of a sudden a stun gun was deployed on a man by a gas pump and was literally set on fire. Absolutely insane. Let's continue.
He then waited for active voltage. Do not discharge if the person has a pacemaker. There are rules and regulations to follow if you are taser certified. He then waited for paramedics, according to the report. But he says, what am I being arrested for? Cole said, you're not cooperating. Cole said, the cop said, you are not cooperating for having committed a crime. The officer says back, what a misdemeanor, et cetera, et cetera. So then the flames go up. He then waited for paramedics. He was rushed to the hospital. Cole said he suffered first and second degree burns on his hands and severe nerve damage. But police never followed up on his, alleged criminal activity, whatever that activity may have been.
Of course they didn't, because there was nothing. It was just, I just want to create something to do. It's absolutely insane. Let's continue.
In the minds of the cop, nerve damage, but police never followed up on his, alleged criminal activity, whatever that activity may have been in the minds of the cop. Quote, and I spent 5.5 hours there, not a single officer or anything followed up to write a report, question me, or nothing. Nobody showed up at the hospital at all for any of this, Cole said. Cole said he's been unable to recover mentally from the horrifying incident yet, and still has nightmares today. Quote, I start shaking really bad, and I start having flashbacks, and I've been having really bad nightmares over this. That's post-traumatic, okay? The officer's exact identity is unclear, but the name of his uniform says P. Nielsen. Okay? The USFWS is conducting an investigation into the Taser deployment, which could have been improper according to a policy forbidding such a use near explosive or flammable materials like those at a gas station. It's a damn shame that this man had to experience such a horrific outcome for seemingly breaking no actual law, and the law, knowing he broke no law, thus no follow-up ever took place. If you have any information about this story, we are following up on it at Indisputable.
If you got
Advertising,
hit,
y'all.
even as a passenger or in an Uber, you need to try this. I'm an attorney. I've been doing this for years.
Now.
And I'm standing here because most people walk away from accidents leaving tens of thousands.
This cop was just, didn't have nothing to do. And that's so unfortunate that it cost somebody first and second degree burns due to him. The person left where he was told that he was trespassing and then went to a gas station. The cop basically followed him to the gas station. He comes out of the store with his drinks, 2 drinks, and instantly tased while he's pumping gas at his car. And obviously anybody, unless you're slow, know not to tase somebody, like Rashad said, near a gas pump, somebody who has a pacemaker. There are several scenarios when you're not supposed to tase somebody, but he did anyway because he just didn't have nothing else better to do. Get these officers doing more office work or something when there's just nothing to do, because this is crazy. Now this man got to live with probably first degree and second degree burns for the rest of his life now because of what this cop did. I'm gonna say this. It seems like he is probably uncivilized, and needs probably some more training. I'm not gonna go too far in on him, but yeah, he definitely seems like a true uncivilized mutt, and either need to be taken off the police force or be retrained. Let me know what y'all think. I'll have the original video pinned at the top of the chat and at the top of the link in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights, involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. If it does involve a friend or a loved one, see if they want to come on the channel and be interviewed about whatever happened involving them, the police, or whoever it was. If they don't want to come on and be interviewed, then you can come on and talk for them, or they can write a statement. Either way is fine. Let me know about the activists that are involved, where I can join them in the fight for justice for you or your loved one, whoever it involves. Let me know about the civil rights attorneys involved, similar to Ben Crump or Ben Crump himself. And then also make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram. The links to those will be at the top of the chat, at the top of the pinned comment, along with the original video, and at the top of the link in the description, along with the original video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And to all the police departments around the United States of America, give these officers something to do when there's nothing going on, where they don't just be out here just disturbing citizens because they don't got nothing else better to do. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. And prayers go out to this man that obviously, hopefully, that the doctors can figure out something where he can get back to looking as close to looking like himself as possible, even after all of these burns. Peace.